Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Idol here, and today we're going to be talking about some of the best 4-star swords currently available in the game. Let's get right into it. If you've been looking for a way to increase your DPS with some of the swords you have been using, you've come to the right place. I've got a list here of some of the better ones you can choose from, so let's just jump right into it. The first one that I wanted to use is already equipped it here to Gene, just so I can explain it to you guys, and that's going to be the Lion's Roar. Now, what makes a Lion's Roar a phenomenal weapon is a few things. One is this attack percent substat. As you guys know, attack percent is key to increasing your damage, so the more your attack percent is, the higher your total damage is going to be. Now this is good for any damage dealer, but the Lion's Roar in particular, one character that it does shine on is going to be Kaching. You can use it on a bunch of different characters. That's just one that has great synergy because of the passive, which is Bane of Fire and Thunder. What it reads is increases damage against enemies affected by Pyro or Electro by 20%. So whatever your damage output is currently, this is after all calculations, it's going to have a 20% increase to the total number afterwards. Now this 20% scales up with every enhance. If we go right here, we go to refine. When you feed another copy, you're looking at a 4% increase. So every rank is going to get you a total of 4%. You're going to be looking at about a 40% damage increase on enemies who are affected by one or the other elements. The key thing about this is you don't, of course, need to have the character who's equipped with it being one of the two elements. You'll still get that damage as long as the enemy is currently affected by one of the status conditions. So I'll go ahead and show you right here. As you can see, this enemy right here. We'll look at my numbers: 61, 76, 83, 100. So you guys got a good calculation for what currently I've been hitting there with those numbers. I'll switch into Dilute to apply the Pyro. All right. And there you go, 146. So as you can see there, it was about a 46 damage increase because I capped out at 100 at the end of the last combo. And with this combo at the end, it went up to all the way to 146. That is a huge damage increase. And that's why people love this weapon, because you can always just slap it on a character. Most of the time, someone in your party is going to be Electro or Pyro, so you're always going to be having that damage increase either way. And then I'll just do it one more time here for you guys so you guys can see. This time I'll use Official. I don't want to kill these guys with the bird. Okay. There you go, Oz. Putting the Electro. Oz is going to kill him. Alright. Alright, Oz, come over here. Take two. I didn't get to finish the combo there, but as you can see, it was leading into the 140. It's going to be consistent every single time. So this way you know. Ooh, lamp grab. Alright guys, so let's get into the second weapon here that I wanted to talk about today, the Prototype Rancor. Now, this is actually one of the craftable weapons, and that's what makes it so good, because you can feed up the refinement ranks just by gathering materials over time. And once you do get those prototypes, you'll just be able to feed the prototypes in, and you'll be able to refine it a lot easier. Now, the passive reads: on hit, normal charge attacks will increase attack and defense by 4%. For 6 seconds, max up to 4 stacks. You're gaining these stacks very fast, every 0.3 seconds. So starting off, you're looking at 16% attack and defense increase. Very great weapon, easy to craft. If you don't have a 4-star weapon, I do recommend crafting this. A lot better than the 3 stars out there. A great units recommended to use on is Noel, but you can use it on a lot of other units because it's going to make them tankier and dish out more damage. And as you can see here, as you feed more copies, the 4 is going to turn to 5. So this is going to keep going up 1% with every single upgrade. So pay attention to a round Gene around her waist, which I mean most of you guys do anyways. But you'll notice every time she does a hit or a charged attack, there's going to be a little glowing sword. So here we go. Oh, here we go. and there's 1. So that's 1 stack, 4% attack and defense. There's 2, there's 3, and there's a log, and there's 4. So now I'm going to be doing increased damage with every single hit. You guys should be seeing the increase in damage every single time I swung an attack. So here we go. Auto, 63. Auto, 64. 66. 106. Or 67. I guess that 107 was just a crit. 67. See, yeah, so the attacks just kept increasing in damage because I was gaining that passive attack and defense increase. So let's go into the next weapon here now. The next one is going to be actually one of the better weapons on the list. So the second to last one is going to be the Battle Pass Sword. So once you get all the way here to rank 30, you're going to have this Battle Pass bounty that's going to let you unlock the sword. You're going to come over here, and you could see it. It's called the Black Sword. The reason this one is so amazing is because the crit rate secondary stat. So this is really hard to find in the game currently. Most of the time you'll find like attack percent, HP, defense, or some sort of elemental specific upgrades. The Battle Pass weapons all have that crit rate, which is really phenomenal. So that means you're going to be dishing out whatever your crit damage is. So double, triple, 2.5, whatever it is, you're going to be dishing out that additional damage just because your crit rate's going to be a lot higher. So it's going to increase that chance for you to deal whatever your crit damage rate is. It is going to be kind of hard to refine. We don't know how else they're going to release other copies of this at the moment, but definitely when we do find out, I'll let you guys know. The passive is Justice, increases damage dealt by normal or charge attacks by 20%. Additionally, regenerates 60% of that attack as HP when normal or charge attacks score a critical hit. This is happening every 5 seconds. So the weapon already has amazing synergy in itself. You're healing 60% of your attack when you crit, and the sword is giving you crit. So you're already going to be having a character who's going to sustain themselves. You won't have to pull up your inventory, scroll over to food, find which one you want to use, and select the character and spam it a million times to get them back to full HP. They're just going to be passively healing themselves, and they should be able to take care of themselves with the right attack stat as long as it's high enough to keep sustaining them. Now, the perk about this weapon also is right here, the first sentence that says increases normal and charge attacks by 20%. That is literally going to be like the lion's roar. So you're affecting the total amount of damage after calculations. That's going to be a 20% total increase. So the Black Sword does take the number 2 spot that we have today. It's a really phenomenal weapon. If you guys are looking for a sword, once you do hit Battle Pass level 30, I recommend definitely going with the Black Sword if you don't have any of these other options that are on the list. And the last one on the list is going to be the Flute, which is personally one of my favorites, and it's the one I have been using on my Gene. This, of course, you want to use it on your damage dealers. Just none of my main damage dealers right now are sword users, since I'm mostly just using Diluc and Fischl as well as Mona. What makes the Flute amazing? Well, first off, the attack percent secondary stat. We already went over that. That's one of the key stats you are looking for when building a damage dealer. The passive, the chord. Normal or charge attacks grants a harmonic on hit. Gaining 5 triggers a explosion that deals 125% of attack damage to surrounding enemies. By the way, since I'm refinement rank 2 to 125, this is normally 100. Harmonics last up to 30 seconds, and a maximum of 1 can be gained every 0.5 seconds. So practically at 2.5 seconds, you're going to have max harmonics if you're always attacking, and you're just going to deal a consistent 100% extra damage over and over and over and over. So if you're fighting bosses, this is going to come in very handy. As you can see, if I were to refine it, it's going to go up another 25%. So 100 to 125, that's a big jump. 125 to 150, that's a big jump. The Flute is an amazing weapon to put out a lot of damage. I'll show you guys how the harmonics look like. As you can see, similar to the other weapon, but this time I have a music note around me. Let me get up to 5, 3, 4, and 5. And it dealt 300, roughly about 330 damage there. And I'll show you guys again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you saw the AoE explosion dealing damage to everybody. And as you can see, your stacks come fast, you're always just going to be popping them over and over and over and over. And it's honestly an amazing weapon to increase your damage output. So if you have been fortunate enough to pull the flute, I do recommend you use it on your main sword carry. In the meantime, if you don't have it, you definitely have some great choices from the other ones that I have shown you so far. Now that wraps it up here for the video today, guys. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below your favorite sword in the game so far. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.